Oh, shit. And then they do the same thing with the Catholic Church and transgender, with the with the child trafficking and transgender. They essentially are doing the same thing. I mean, at every frontier, they're fucking pushing the lines.
Right.
Because that's what, and it makes it, and they have an alibi because they came in with the Medical Protections Act. They came in with adequate medical health care. Oh, you're still on it? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. YouTube.
How does it all align? Adequate, equality, and equinox. Because once it's set, they have a mold.
There's no community. And they designed it that way. Help's always brought in from outside the area. That way there's no personal ties to community.
Because personal ties can call bullshit.
There's no ties to community. There's no connections emotionally.
Personal ties and the skeletons. Essentially kill themselves.
Right. It would make them very happy if I killed myself. That would cause them joy. That's what they want.
You think it's AI forming these algorithms?
Right. There's no empathy in policy. There's no empathy in community. There's no empathy in professionals. There's no mercy. They don't have any.
And the church has proved that to me.
Even Pope Francis said the mercy seat was closed. There's no empathy.
Mercy, what is closed?
Mercy seat.
Really?
No mercy.
Mercy is not the same thing as honesty.
Mercy is for the weak.
So if you bring honesty into the equation, it overrules mercy.
Yeah. Spiritual warfare. What's this all about? Is spiritual warfare. And that's why they bring in the help from outside the area, and there's no ties to community. You can't have community trust if there's no trust in the community, and they're not going to find it. Doctors don't trust their patients. Patients don't trust their doctors, and we all know lawyers lie for a living.
Civilized version of BLM. Killing America from within. Right down to your towns, districts, boroughs, and other
Right. Right. And everybody's working against the man. Nobody's working for the man because I'm the man, and they don't like that. They don't like that I'm a man. They want me to be a dog.
I am, but I recognize that, so I have to work independently also. And I have to take the risk.
Right? I'm a good dog, ain't I? Should I beg for treats so you'll scratch my belly?
So they mock everything with having more rights for pets than they do for humans.
No, because transgenders and women and children have rights. They got you thinking that men are less than dogs.
I've never thought that.
Well, a lot of people do. My own mother.
Obviously, men do shit that nobody else can do.
My own sister. Family. Females in my own family think I'm a fucking dog.
So without mutual respect, there is no honesty. Without honesty,
No, and I'm not going to respect people that treat me like a fucking dog.
Well, why would anybody?
Why would anybody indeed? Wouldn't make sense, would it?
No, and these systems are playing against us that are honest and
I mean, what?
demand mutual respect, and they're trying to cleave it. They're trying to drive us fucking crazy so that they can use the strongest of us to follow a narrative of containment.
And the irony in narcissism is trust yourself. Don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust her. I don't trust them. I don't trust my mother. I don't trust my father. Don't you get it? I was forced to trust who?
Yeah.
And everybody else is looking for someone to trust.
Well, I'm not looking for somebody to trust. I'm looking for somebody to be honest.
Yeah, well, you're not going to find that in politics.
No.
You're not going to find it in Western medicine or eugenics or philanthropy. Because after all, philanthropy is just a cute word to cover up eugenics.
Honestly, they would feed each other.
So there's no difference between Western medicine, Western philosophy, philanthropy, and eugenics.
Mm-mm.
So when you realize that and you go look at China, what's the difference between the U.S. and China? Nothing.
Wasn't that
We're doing the same fucking thing.
Isn't that where Trump has his ties made?
Right. And Ivanka has all her clothing, all the cloth. Where's it come from?
And the Clintons.
And the Clintons. And the Bidens. Who isn't in bed with China? That's why I laugh when they went, oh, anti-China. And I'm like, excuse me, but what's in Walmart?
Well,
where's it made? It ain't made in America.
The origin of what woke me up to that is National Geographic and how we were paying China to take our beaded plastic. Same thing with the fracking pipeline from Canada. Same thing, just a more predominant.
All they've done is come up with different extraction methods to steal natural resources from me.
We were paying China to take our plastic waste after we melted it into beads.
Right, because you gotta see it that way.
So that they could sell us back, so that they could sell the American public back Chinese Barbie doll sets, He-Man, She-Ra, everything. This entire time, all this marketing shit has been from fucking China.
Right.
To our kids.
Right.
To prep them for the technological age so that they'd be all assimilated into wanting to be virtual fucking heroes.
G.I. Joes and Barbies. Ah! Sorry, I'm not going to die for a cause I don't believe in, and I'm not going to dress up like a Barbie either.
Meanwhile, they drive men crazy trying to overwhelm the ability to be the hero so that you're teaching the next generations that only the fucking Hollywood heroes exist, but they don't really exist.
They don't exist. They only exist on camera.
You understand how you do understand. This shit is compounded to
just like what happened in the public, you know, I watched so many videos and people they give millions of views just walking up and giving somebody randomly money on the street and make a video about it, and all of a sudden they made more money off of the video.
They're doing it online too. Gas Monkey.
Right.
Oak Island. They monitor. They're proselytizing themselves for fucking the faith of the public to believe that they're good in what they're in their endeavors.
And it's just a distraction.
So what is this? Did they potentially set Oak Island up to say we're going to find all this gold?
Oh, they already knew everything was there.
All this gold out of this Ark of the Covenant so that they could reallocate the illusion of an influx of mysterious gold that came across to be able to reestablish the gold standard?
Right.
Well, they're stealing it from overseas?
Right.
So essentially, they set the board up to be able to launder gold that they stole from overseas under the false narrative of weapons of mass destruction.
Right.
And have a say in their oil so that they couldn't recover from the disability that were given them to be that's a pivot state that everybody plays off of, kind of like America is the Middle East.
Right.
And they're all in competition. Who's going to get it, obviously. And they have been for a long time, including Britain, including Russia.
Right.
Iran, so that's why Iran had to get involved.
Right. And this is all because of the military-industrial complex.
Yeah, it definitely is. And they're most weakest with transgender.
And how we stop all of this is simply stop producing munitions for war. Because we're the ones manufacturing the weapons for war.
Is that even plausible, though? Mutually assured destruction is justified in and of its own rights.
If you wanted war to end, just stop making the weapons.
So nuclear proliferation.
We provide the world with weapons for war.
No, New Hampshire provides the world with weapons for war. New Hampshire is the largest weapons manufacturer in our country.
Right. Yep. And then you just had Jim Jordan tell you that China's essentially turned online Skynet. Google is Skynet, which is what I've been saying for a long time. It's just it's a prelude. Google is Skynet. They just haven't named it Skynet yet. Calling it something else.
So is Hollywood warning us and mocking us at the same time to justify the mocking through the warning that they already know nobody's going to give a fuck about?
Right.
Because, I mean, that is the reality of it. That is that ultimately that is what we're facing for an outcome.
It's an honor to produce this monster. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Wishmaster Beats. Thank you very much. Fucking mind rolling.
So again, I get my body better, I get back to work, and my work is to collapse this whole fucking lie of a system. So where does anybody lose? Except the people that are trying to collapse the whole fucking system.
And they created the chaos so they could create the delivered division so they could control the reunification process.
Right. And if they can't do that because something or somebody or some group is in the way of being able to do that, then the only way to stay alive is become a moving target in and of itself, its own networking, translucent, yet clandestine system. fight without fight.
Yeah, I get paid on Friday. And if you get him for that early Friday, and you have next Friday. What kind of bar are you at? What lie about it? Right? Fuck. I ain't tell the truth, isn't it? Well, let's brave it. Mostly, I started realizing that there's no actual particular place where you can physically have a conversation with your community or your party, because these party politics or these political floors are controlled by foreign interests, mainly China. So take that one on the chin, yeah? China. China controls your foreign policies. China controls your economy. Bill Clinton said that your economy was contingent upon China buying your debt notes. So your economy goes up or down a basis of the will of China. And China controls your classroom, and China controls the food that you eat, and China controls the news that you hear. And the Bidens are in bed with China. Trump is in bed with China. The Clintons were in bed with China. Obama was in bed with China too. Who's not in bed with China? Vatican's in bed with China.
I'm not in bed with them. They're fucking cannibals.
Everybody's in bed with China.
I don't like cannibals.
And the Chinese eat their own. Isn't that amazing? The Chinese are cannibals and they eat their own. Cat, dog. people too. Amazing. No one's got anything to say about it. Why? Well, it looks like I'm winning today. That's current edition. That's presence and present news. I win in the presence of right now. Enjoy my presence. What's the value of my presence? You don't have a fucking clue because I haven't decided the value of my presence. So you shouldn't be deciding the value of my presence either. And this is a presence exchange. My presence, your presence. Are you fucking present here? Hello? Are you present? Enjoying my presence? Do you think my presence affects the presence of other than myself and the presence exchange? The fuck do you think your stupid fucking thumb does for my daughters? Remember, I don't have a degree. So your silent fucking thumbs don't impress me at all. At all, you stupid fucking monkey. Holy fucking shit. Well, what the fuck this do for my daughter? Right, they're in the breadline waiting to get fed. That's all they can do. That's all they're good for. Stupid monkey. Cut their fucking thumbs off and they can't communicate. What? What? I don't hear nothing. Yes. Death to the ego. These professionals, they have the biggest fucking egos in the world, don't they? And through my methodology, I created a problem through my action, led you to source of the problem through my action, problem, action, solutions made aware of the solutions I did, and you didn't bite, so you're a sap because you refused to participate. Your silent thumbs mean nothing. Planet of the fucking apes. Holy shit. It's really that bad. Goddamn monkeys in a fucking barrel with Matthew Burrow. I'm a gas man. I'm the trigger man. How's your ego doing? Did I hurt it? Did I break it? How's your pride? I don't know what I'm talking about, do I? Nope. It's so much fun, isn't it? I mean, Europeans came to this continent and they genocided the gingers that were here preemptively. No one wants to talk about ginger genocide. How come? Doesn't fit the black or white narrative, right? That's it right there, isn't it? And they don't want you to know you've been at war for thousands of years in regards to the name of God, and you've been killing people for thousands of years in God's name, and God said don't kill anybody. So I'm kind of conflicted here. Can you help me out? No? Any of you? None of you? Huh. I wonder what my children are thinking right now. Because they were told that I'm a crazy, stupid fucking idiot. And they need to stay right clear of me. I wasn't worth saving. And here I sit, trying to save you fucking fools from yourselves. Isn't that wild? And they think that I need saving. But the only thing they need saving from is leadership, right? I mean, it's leadership that's getting you killed. Surely I'm not responsible for that. No, not me. You know what blows my mind is I was cum laude in my school when I was like 12. Isn't it wild? So wild. There's no help when you need help, and the only help you're going to get that is worth anything is self help, helping self. Self helping, if you cannot help you, then there's no saving you from you. And they don't teach you in school to help you or to educate you. No. No. What did they do? Right? They milked you like a cow for all your time, right? They milked you and they built you and they brought you from God. They captured your minds, compassed them, and squared them, and stuck them in a fucking box. Brain box. It's amazing. You got all these fucking blockheads and these fucking squares and these L7 weenies who are caught worshipping between two right angles, one up and one down. Okay? 7 up, L7, fucking losers. What's going on here? Fucking squares, blockheads, you know, people with degrees. Talking to all you death cult members. It's amazing. All you indoctrinated fucking retards. How you doing? Pretty fucking funny, isn't it?
What? That the same people?
No, the fact that I was fucking homeschooled and the things that are coming out of my mouth at 42 versus what I could or couldn't say at 5. Yeah.
What's ironic?
So now who's the fucking bully? Prepare for your rapture, asshole. What do you think that vaccine is for? Your health care? Right. Just not seeing the other day. You can take it on global war, United States for
This is all they know.
Say things that you might not support. I don't think we were supposed to be the world police. And that's what they've turned America in, is to the world police force. Under George Bush administration in the New World Order. What doing these streams has affirmed for me is I'm just gonna do me. Because you're gonna do you. And it doesn't matter what I say, think, do, feel. So it doesn't matter what you say, think, feel, do, does it? Nope, doesn't matter. And everybody wants to matter, and it's just matter in motion. Why lie? Never make any sense. You gotta remember it, protect it. And that's the funnier part about truth is you don't need to defend it. It always gets found out eventually.
Unfucking believable.
Right?
Sorry.
Truth is a privilege and it's not a right. Drinking clean water is a privilege that few can afford and is not a right. And the majority, they're confused about privileges and rights. They think privileges are rights and rights are privileges. It's a privilege to know as I know, and it is not your right to know. And I think that's the better attitude to have about the situation. It's king's right to know, and you're not kings. You're peasants. You're people. You're persons. You're suspects. You're fucking perks. You're guilty. It doesn't even matter what you're guilty of. You're guilty. Everyone's guilty until proven innocent, and no one has done anything to prove their innocence. And it causes another question. Why do I need proof? Proof, 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 proof. What if I'm the proof? If I'm the proof, then I don't need proof because I'm the proof. So I don't need evidence because I'm self evident. I'm the evidence. I don't need proof. I don't need evidence. I am the evidence. I am the proof. Proof, proof, proof. And the proof is in the pudding. Put in. Did you put in the hours? Did you put in the time? Did you put in the labor? Did you do the work? No, you didn't. Proof, proof, proof. Why do I gotta fucking prove anything? You don't believe proof when it's presented, anyways. Just by doing this live stream, I've already done more than required. That's too much. I've already done too much. That was too much participation. Huh. So essentially, it's whatever I think it is, and it will continue to be whatever I think. Because no one says otherwise. So there's that logic at work. Logic. If they don't say anything, then I'm right and I'm going to continue doing whatever I was doing. It doesn't matter what I was doing. You take titles out of the equation, money, status, and take specific keywords out of the equation, they're left speechless, catatonic bobbleheads waiting to be programmed. Isn't that wild? But I don't have any marching orders for them. And I won't be marching either. Well, I'll be walking, marching along to my own tune and not yours. These feeds are only to affirm for myself what I already know to be the truth. And your silence is the evidence that I needed to continue. These people do not have the ability to say no to authority. Otherwise, they'd be saying no to me. But they don't. It's wild. What do you want to do about the Smith and Munson Act and fear propaganda? You want to continue it? How about the military industrial complex? You want to allow it to continue producing weapons for war? How about religion and war in the name of God? Do you want to continue fighting over God's name forever?
It's absolutely
Do you want to continually naturally war over natural resources forever? Or maybe someday you might realize that natural resources are unlimited and it's just your ability to culture them or to extract them. We don't encourage people to farm the ground, land management. How about clean waterways? Do you know for every $10 you invest in cleaning the environment, you'll profit $100 in healthcare savings? Did you know any of that? Because I bet you knew fucking none of it.
and then on top of that, we now want to farm for the rest of my life in this place being on the social security. I mean, you don't justify your prototype system the largest weapons manufacturing state in the country, by the way. You don't think maybe that they've gone beyond weapons?
This is what happens when you tag 1,000 professionals with degrees. They don't have anything to say. And they're always looking for an authority figure to save them from my fucking wrath.
I'm not taking short in your trust you in your systems that have destroyed my family to go under the knife with multiple doctors that none of you have the interest in actually helping people in this nation, in this world, in this fucking lifetime. But it's interesting because I got three case management systems involved. I got two different entities that are trying to help me that aren't part of any government, private, public affiliated entities. And you're all so sincerely trying to help me not be homeless.
And this is why I got a fucking trophy in conversions and changing people's minds. Oh my god. You think I'm here to confuse you, but you're confused already. This is a land of confusion. This is a land of what can I make you believe? Because you don't believe yourselves. That's the amazing part. Once you comprehend what you're dealing with, you know, a cesspool of fucking blockheads who don't believe in themselves. That's what you're dealing with. A mass of culted individuals who think they're intellectually superior because of their cultivation or their fucking culturing, which is their schooling. But it turns out if you graduated from high school, you're in a death cult. You're already culted. You're already in an occult form. You already got fucking squared. You already got captivated. You already got captured. You already got indoctrinated. You already got mentally manipulated. You're already fucking confused. And I don't owe you for my mind. It's mine. It's in my possession. I have full functioning faculties and I know how to use common sense, which is one of those things that's left out of school. Closely associated with logic, common sense, logic, and math. They're not teaching math in school anymore, and Common Core is fraudulent, but no one wants to talk about it. And the history books are perpetually rewritten by the previous generation to them, but no one wants to talk about it. There's a lot of things that no one wants to talk about. And there's this list of books called banned books. No one wants to read them. It's amazing. You should read the banned books list. It's a banned, it's a damned good list of books to be reading. I don't know why they're banned. Freedom of speech. You don't even have control over the curriculum or the books that you're reading. Your only issue is you can't tell if I'm here to help you or hurt you. And I won't tell you which. Because then you would say I was leveraging you. And if you tell people directly what the issues are, they argue with you. They'll say you're a dictator or a tyrant. Give them two choices and you're mediocre and mundane because that's what everybody does. Reduces them down to two choices. It's either this or it's that. It's either A or B. But me, I'm over here going, no, no, no. It's always a trinary. There's always three choices to make in any situation that you're facing. Three, not two. It's always three. But that's a conspiracy that they don't have time for. And most of the issues are going to take more than 5 minutes, and that's another issue. They don't have time for issues that are actually important.
If you can't use the competitiveness, the competitive reality,
you
competition in and of itself.
know, some people are watching and they just ain't talking because they know you ain't going to listen. You ain't going to say nothing that's going to feed them. You ain't going to cover them. You ain't going to do anything for them at all. You're not going to applaud them. You don't see anyone saying thank you. And I don't feed my fucking children. Fuck your silence. Fuck your silence. Fuck your stupid thumbs too. You don't like what I'm saying to you? Fuck you too. I'm done being nice. That doesn't pay. You can't get through to these ass clowns.
How the fuck can you even attempt to run this superficial bullshit out here as the ebbs and flows, the walls and the fucking all this dumb shit that you're running with this? You're showing everybody just how fucking stupid you are by coming out on the congressional floor and otherwise debating shit just.
So what was this?
It's not
Affirming for me that I was right.
it was way
Past that, complete waste of time.